What's up guys, MegaDPAL here, and I'm bringing you another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y Wi-Fi battle for you guys today. So today I'm against CullinationMedia, and looking at team preview, I'm running this very powerful team I made. This was obviously before Genesect was hit with that Banhammer. And look at my opponent's team, he's using some unusual stuff, most notably the Typhlosion and the Florges, which I believe is UU. So the team preview, I obviously have the advantage, but because of a few definitive factors, this battle ends up a lot closer than expected, and actually had really fun with it, so hopefully you guys do too. So let's just get straight into the battle, shall we? So I'm actually going to decide to lead out with my Genesect, predicting to lead out with his Galvantula, just because it's the most optimal lead on his team, because obviously has that Focus Sash and can get out the Sticky Web turn 1. And I am in fact Choice Scar, so now I can obviously outspeed the Galvantula, break its Sash, and go for that U-turn and go into something to take it out. So that's my plan. Like I said, just going to go straight for that U-turn. Picked him to go for the Sticky Web. I'm actually going to go straight out to my Talonflame, just because I know I can obviously outspeed it, take it out with a Brave Bird the following turn. So that's exactly what I do, and it's exactly what he does. Just gets to that Sticky Web, which is fine because I do obviously have a Latias with Defog, and I know I can potentially Defog later on. So I'm just going to play it safe, just go straight for that Brave Bird, trying to take out his Galvantula as it brings in his Slowbro. And this is nice because it can gauge how much it does. I'm pretty sure it's 3 KO regardless. It does a whole lot of damage actually, around about 40%, but it actually reveals a Rocket Helmet incidentally, which that in combination with a Brave Bird recoil is going to do a whole lot to my Talonflame. So what I'm actually going to do is just switch on out there, go straight out to my Rotom Wash, just take anything this thing wants to go for, a Scald, but it actually reveals a T-Wave, which is valuable information to know. So the other switch is obvious into his Florges. I probably should have gone for the Will-O-Wisp, just try and get a little bit of residual damage racking up on this thing, just because his Florges is in fact a huge problem to my team. It does wall a whole lot of my team in fact, so I'm actually going to go out into my Genesect. Just because he doesn't know whether I'm specially orientated or in fact physically orientated, I guess he's going to believe me to be the most common special, which is what I am in fact. But I kind of wanted to try and scare this thing out with a potential Iron Head. But I do get the attack boost, obviously because this thing is very special offensive. I'm just going to go for that U-turn because it's safest play, because even if he did switch, fearing the Iron Head, I obviously get the switch initiative, and if it doesn't, it stays in. I get a decent bit of damage on this Florges. My plan is to get it into range around about half, just because I do know my Garchomp, the set I'm running on my Garchomp, does around about 60% with the Earthquake. So that's kind of the aim which I want to get it in, so I can obviously just take it out with the EQ. So I do just go for Will-O-Wisp now as he set up the Wish the following turn, and I just want to get a bit of residual damage on the thing, potentially force him to go for the Aromatherapy, just to get rid of his status, so I can start to hit this thing up with Hydro Pump, Spot Switches, all that fun stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Hydro Pump this thing, expect him to go for the Aromatherapy now, just to get rid of that burn, which he does in fact go for, and then the following turn, the Volt Switch should get it round about the range, which my Garchomp can come in and kill. So that's exactly what I'm doing, just go for that Volt Switch, hoping I can try and get into the range where my Garchomp can in fact take out the Earthquake. But at the same time, I don't want to switch my Garchomp directly into a Moonblast from this thing. So what I'm actually going to do is just send out my Talonflame now, predict him to go for that Moonblast, and I can obviously force it out with the potential Brave Bird. So I do eat up that Moonblast, not particularly well, and we did establish that his Slowbro does in fact have the Rocky Helmet. So I do have the U-turn, but I don't want to go for that and take more Rocky Helmet recoil, so I'm actually going to make the double, go straight out to my Latias, predicting that Slowbro switch, just where I can go straight for the Sticky Web. Actually brings in his Galvantula, so I guess his Death Fodder. So I'm actually going to just go straight for that side shot, take out the Galvantula, because I do know I can potentially defog on his Florges, or in fact his Slowbro later on, including his Florges now, and I see this as the most optimal opportunity to just go straight for that side shot, do around about 40% to this thing, because I know I can eat over Moonblast, because I know this thing is obviously not going to be fully invested in special attack, and I am fairly bulky, a lot of HP investment, so I know I can eat that up. So I'm actually expecting him to switch to preserve his Florges, just because it is a huge threat to my team. Was a whole lot, and if we can manage to get off another Wish later on, then this thing can still be a problem. So I go for Defog, expecting the switch. If it actually stays in, just go straight for that Moonblast. Not too sure if it's sacking or if I actually predicted that Defog, but either way, down goes my Latias. It did its job, it got a whole lot of damage off on his Florges, managed to Defog and take out its Galvantula, so it definitely did its job, so good work Latias. This gives me a free switch into my Chomp, like I said, and it's more than in range where my EQ will obviously take it out. So what I'm going to do is straight up Mega Evolve, straight up go for Earthquake. The obvious Slowbro switch is super obvious, but as you will see, I'm not running the standard physical Chomp, so I am just free just to go straight for that Earthquake, the safe Earthquake. And because we also established this thing as a Fat Rocket Helmet, I know that after the EQ, and the resulting Draco Meteor. The following turn, I am a mixed mega wall breaking chomp. This Draco Meteor will be able to take out his Slowbro, which is very nice to me. So my Garchomp putting out work, taking out them physical walls. So in comes his Scizor now. It's actually his Mega Evolution, and at the -2, I am in fact running the Fire Blast, and I'm pretty sure that it does at least 65% minimum damage from the -2 Fire Blast. So I'm just gonna go straight for that. Unfortunate miss. This Fire Blast miss plays a little bit of part in how close the game comes later on, as you will see. So he goes for U-turn, I guess maybe predicting me to switch on out there, try and get the initiative. This gives him a free switch into his Salamence now. Regardless of this thing being a Scarf or not, it actually obviously outspeeds my Megatron, but I'm just going to go straight out to my physical defensive row and watch to eat up that Dragon Claw. Look at how much that did after the left is I know can eat up another. I'm not too sure whether this thing is Scarf or Dragon Dance. I don't want to go for Willow and this thing obviously has a Lumberry. That'll be a waste of turn and you get up a free Dragon Dance. So what I'm actually going to do is just go for that Volt Switch, as it does in fact reveal the Dragon Dance. This way, a +1, I do know I can outspeed with my Genesect being Scarf, and I am actually packing the Ice Beam because I'm the common special set. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not too sure if he knows that I outspeed. I'm not too sure if he expects me to maybe overpredict, but I'm just going to play it safe, go straight for Ice Beam, take out his Salamence, which is nice. Down goes that thing. This, however, does give him a free switch into his Florges once again. I was a little worried because it could potentially Wish Up, but at the same time I didn't want to predict that and go straight onto my Garchomp. So I'm actually just going to go out into my Rotom Wash as Death Fodder, and it does in fact go for the Moonblast over the Wish, which is fine because once again this enables me a free switch back into my Garchomp, still in the range where my EQ can obviously annihilate this thing. So that's my plan. Just going to go back into my Mega Chomp like I said, so straight for that safe EQ, as I believe he brings in his Scizor now. Here, if I had hit the previous Fire Blast, the resulting EQ damage coming up this turn will have actually taken out his Scizor, therefore meaning he wouldn't be able to get off this Bullet Punch, which once again plays a little bit of a pivotal role later on. But I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast now, take out his Scizor, which is real nice. Finally that thing goes down and didn't miss. In comes his Typhlosion now. Pretty threatening actually. I do in fact have my Tyranitar, sorry, just to use a take up and hit this thing wants to go for. I'm expecting either a Fire Blast or something, just to take me out of the range of HP I'm at, but it actually predicts it's nice to go straight for that Focus Blast. I am fully special defensive Tyranitar in the sand. I do live with 7 HP, so this thing surely must be Specs damage. Look at how much that did. I'm not too sure how powerful Typhlosion actually is, but he's actually going to switch, not want to risk the miss. And I'm actually just going to go straight for the Stone Edge. And speaking of miss, of course I missed the incoming Florges, which is a little annoying because again I was worried this thing could potentially Wishing Up. But I can just go straight for that Stone Edge now, which I'm not too sure if it would have taken it out. I am running a bit of attack investment. I've yet to calculate, but I'm just going to go straight for that Stone Edge. I'm not going to find out is in fact just going to take me out with the Moonblast. He's down to his last two, his Florges, Typhlosion, both of which will get annihilated by my Garchomp's EQ. So once again, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Free switch into the Garchomp, click EQ, and hopefully take something out. So he's actually going to decide to leave his Florges as Death Fodder. It is his best plan at this moment. Bringing down to his last is Typhlosion, which establishes in fact a Specs. And here, if he hadn't got the damage from the BP on my Garchomp, I would have easily been able to eat up that Eruption and retaliate back with an EQ and take it out. But because of that miss, he's actually going to take me out the Eruption, bringing me down to my last two actually. And but one of my last two is in fact my Talonflame, which can obviously just click the Brave Bird and take him out. So that is in fact going to be the game. A close 2-0 like I said because of some definitive factors, that being hacks. But nonetheless, I had a very fun battle. I enjoyed it a lot. Hopefully you guys too. So GG once again, Cullination. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.